Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another ZaffDaily. Let me just move a bit closer. Wow, what an amazing day. Had the meeting this morning at just after 9, phone conversation, phone meeting or whatever. And the good thing is, here's the good news, I can't talk about it. So one of my friends actually asked me, so what's the news? What's the news on WhatsApp? And he's like, if you can't say anything, it definitely means that stuff is happening. So that is a good thing. And that, at least I can say that. Stuff is happening and that is a good thing. So what am I doing nowadays? I've got a new schedule that I'm working on. That's why I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. Not a streaming schedule, just a general life change. I stream up until about 1 in the morning, usually. And then what happens at after 1 is I record these videos. And it takes about an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on the length of the video, to upload it. And then I go to bed. Whereas I would usually... By the time I go to bed now, I would usually still be up recording or still be streaming until then. So about 2, 3 o'clock usually I'd still be streaming. So this gives me enough time to sleep, like between 6 and 8 hours, wake up and still have a good 4 to 6 hours worth of daytime before I stream. So what happens in that time? You're asking. Well, today was the first day I attempted it, obviously because I had the meeting this morning and all that. Basically, I just start giving myself information about Twitch. I start just taking in information about Twitch while I'm awake and refreshed, you know. Getting information for Twitch or taking in information for Twitch after I've streamed is not a good idea because I forget most of it. So that's what I do. I just take in information and I work on stuff. This is my dream. This is my dream, that South Africa becomes a name on Twitch, a country on Twitch. This is my biggest dream, and I am open to any and all streamers, if they want to contact me and whatever, from South Africa or not, and if you have any questions or whatever, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. It is cool. No question will... Well, I don't want to say no question will be left unanswered, because what will happen then is I'll get shitty questions. But I'll get to your questions, either personally or live or on a video like this. So the other thing that happened, for those of you who don't know, on Friday night or Saturday night, Saturday night, Recoil ZA came to me and was like, dude, you should think about shoutcasting. And I'm like, oh, dude, I've been thinking about it. And I really want to do it. Was it sometime last week? And he said, well, okay, cool. Teach yourself a bit of CSGO, and then make a video, and we'll see how you are as a shoutcaster. Like, okay, cool. That sounds like a good idea. So that is also what I'm going to do during the day, is practice like at least 20-30 minutes of just shoutcasting a day. At least 20 minutes, because how I picture it is 20 minutes is a South Park episode. That's the length of a South Park episode. So if I spend about 20 minutes a day practicing the whole CSGO shoutcasting thing, then I should, within time, like let's say a week or two, I should be able to at least do a reasonable job with it. And in other news, playing Feria. You see, Feria is on my mind. Playing Might and Magic X, and we're getting somewhere. Finally, we're getting somewhere. That game is huge. That game is huge. I did an entire dungeon today, which I didn't have to do because I don't have that character class in my group, in my party. And I'm like, okay, well, it's XP at least. XP! So, you know, and I've started today's dungeon where I was a bit over-leveled. Finished that dungeon, and then after that I went to another place and they're like, oh, you will find this in that dungeon. I'm like, but I've already done the dungeon. Whoops. So that's a bit freedom, you know, it's kind of open world and I like it. It's open world tile set based land construction. I don't know, I'm rambling. But it's still brilliant. I still love every bit of it. And chat tonight was especially, again, active. And again, like, that is the coolest thing that can happen on Twitch, is an active chat. And yes, I know my regulars aren't usually talkative, and some of them actually just lurk in the background, and that is cool too. But it's quite cool to, like, every now and again just see like a chat scroll up and like, whoa, crap, and then you need to catch up with chat and like read. I'm pointing at that screen, and then you need to read and everything, and like catch up and talk to them and everything. And it's quite cool. And one of my viewers returned today after about what felt like a month hiatus, but it's probably more something like 2 weeks, 3 weeks that that viewer wasn't there. It was cool to see them return again. You know who you are. And Revlo is going on well. The Revlo bot is going on well. There's something I'm planning to do with that also in the near future with regards to streaming in South Africa. I just need to get all the facts. You know, that's other things on my to-do list. And that is basically that. Just a quick thing. I don't know how to YouTube. I don't know how to YouTube. I've been getting comments from people, and every time I go to that video, no comments are showing. So last night I'm playing around a bit, and I'm like, oh, likely spam, let me just allow them. You know, held for review. It's held for review messages. Let me just allow them, and they show up. So everything that I talked about last night on the last video, the previous video, actually it's showing up right now. And number two, a second thing, is the fact that I misspoke last night. This is like a correction to that video. What do you call it? A callback. I don't know what you call it. A revision of that video. I misspoke last night. When I say I've had troubles with graphics designers and everything, the big thing about that is it's not that I have problems with my current graphics designers. I don't have any problems with them at the moment. But in the past, I've had a couple of them, like, let's say, I said yesterday 70, but like, I think it's about 10, roughly, that I've contacted, and they've never came back to me. Now, one of them asked too much. So I'm like, dude, sorry, you know, you're South African, but you're asking me $300 for something that I can get for about $100 on Twitch. You know, which direction am I going in? Which one will I choose? You know, I need money to do things. But he was probably the best ideas guy with regards to my channel, but it was just a case of like, I realized like, this is going to be fucking expensive, right? So I'll probably approach him eventually once I have a stable enough income to go, dude, here's some cash, do your thing now. And then there were others that never returned to me. One of them, I remember specifically, it's literally a case of like, the person said that I will be helped, and they want to help me and everything, and I kept like talking to them and everything, and they never came back to me. You know, kind of like a big thing. I believe that specific graphic designer got a little big-headed, or, you know, too big for their britches, I think is the American saying. And oh my crap, this is going to be a long-ass upload. And, you know, I've had troubles with them, and like I said, again, current graphic designers, I've got nothing against you. And I'm not saying this because I've been confronted by one of them. I just like thought about the video last night. I watched it again today. I'm like, that comes across as a bit harsh. So just keep in mind, if any of my graphics designers actually watch this, my emoticon designer, my t-shirt designer, my layout designer, and everything, it's not aimed at you. Please, it's not aimed at you. And yeah, there's another thing that I want to talk about, but I'm not gonna... this video is going to be very long if I talk about it. I'm going to make a mental note about it and talk about it tomorrow evening. So stay tuned. This is part 1 of 2, I guess, of the thing that I want to talk about. This is like, tomorrow will lead up to that. Tomorrow we'll talk only on that, and I'll quickly you know, I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm rambling, I'm tired. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and until the next time we meet, you should have a beardly good one.